Oh, I would say to people who do have a negative view of amputees, and not just amputees, disabled people, to get a life. Maybe I shouldn't use that, I don't know.
18-year-old Hannah was diagnosed with meningitis at 2.5 years old. After her limbs contracted gangrene due to the condition, she had to have both her arms and legs amputated.
I think I was ill at one point and I got taken to the hospital. By the time I got to the hospital, I think at one point I collapsed from when they found the rash. With meningitis, it's the gangrene that spreads, so wherever it spreads to, it kills the nerves, the cells, everything. So they had to act very quickly before it spread to my lungs, otherwise I wouldn't be here. People tried to bully me, but they were not successful. My mum raised me better than that. I would just simply kill them with kindness. My confidence was at the point where I wouldn't post selfies, I wouldn't post anything about myself. I would kind of wear black and not really dress well, and like now, I don't like wearing black, unless it's like leather, you know? Yeah, I think I've come a long way, but there's still a long way to go, as with anything, you know?
Growing up, Hannah struggled with her self-confidence. But after a trip away, her confidence in herself grew and pushed to try new things.
A turning point for me, for my confidence, was one summer when I went to Jamaica. Over there, everyone's so confident and happy regardless of their body size and what they look like, and I felt like I took a lot of that with me and brought it back here. So when I came back, that's when I started posting my hair, posting elaborate makeup. I decided I wanted to post makeup tutorials onto YouTube. I feel like it would help other amputees, especially new amputees, and it would also inspire people to say that, oh, my situation is really bad, when I'm not doubting myself or anything. She's got no arms and she can do makeup, and some people say I do makeup better than them. So I feel like it would give them the motivation to go for their dreams. The hardest thing to do with my makeup was contouring. First of all, because I didn't know how to do it, and I wasn't sure on the angle to hold the brushes at, which is why I tend to use longer brushes. The longer the brush, the better. Oh look, this is like in progress. Actually, it's very symmetrical, actually. Fashion and makeup has helped me with my confidence in a way that I can, as I said, express myself more. For example, purple lipstick, I think that makes me feel like a boss, you know? And like with the hair as well, it makes me feel like a unicorn. When I get negative comments, I just delete them because I know who I am, so I don't need someone to tell me something when they don't even know me. I'll glitter. I had glitter in my hair for weeks.
When Hannah was diagnosed with meningitis, it was a very challenging time for us as a family.
I remember that, and the others, I
remember the whole journey from her spending a year in hospital, to her coming out bandaged, to her starting to walk. So my memories are always quite positive ones, actually, because it just amazes me to see the things that she overcomes.
Every teenager has that kind of teenage struggle, and it's hard growing up anyway. So I think Hannah's done an amazing job at, still being so confident and so outgoing, and not letting the fact that she's an amputee get in her way.
It is quite random, actually. Like, let's take a picture of you eating an apple.
I was half eaten, and I was
really?
like, it's like I'm selling it well though. Look at the lighting.
You are selling it well. I feel like an apple at the moment. It's a good sell.
As well as Hannah's online makeup tutorials, she has also started to express herself through spoken word.
I started dabbling into spoken word around last summer, when I was traveling around the Caribbean. The spoken word is another way where you can have a dramatic impact in people that can actually, like, you're giving them positive energy. I needed like a vodka before this. Anyway, My flaws, my quirks, my oddities are what make me. My roles do not define me, nor do they label me. My scars do not scar me, my marks do not mark me. It is my soul that is the essence of me. Me as a woman with the world in my hands. Me as an amputee with a vision of success. Me as a person with a not so-called socially accepted body. We are taught to loathe every cell, every hair, every lash on our body. And even though some of us try to unlock that love for ourselves, that we know is hiding inside us somewhere, companies continue to profit from our self-loathing, making us anxious, depressed, and fearful of life's greatest quirks. That we almost forget that we are only mortal beings permitted to roam this earth once. It is that time that is precious. It's that time that is sacred. It is that time to be me. I think when people approach me asking if I'm happy as an amputee, it depends on how the approach is, because I've had some very negative ones. People have said, oh, how are you so happy? And I'm like, well, why shouldn't I be? Just because I don't have arms and legs doesn't mean I'm incapable of being happy. I'm incapable of having education. I don't like using the word disabled when I am talking about myself, because I feel like with people, especially society, they have such a negative connotation onto it, as in disabled. Okay, they don't have a love life, they can't do their own thing, they don't go out clubbing, they don't go out drinking. I do all those things and more, so why should I label myself? Body positivity is being confident with your body, regardless of who tries to shame you or whatever tries to put you down, because at the end of the day, we're all gonna die one day. No, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, at the end of the day, we're all gonna die, so we might as well enjoy our time now. I think we should just do what we want to do and forget the rest.